Hey, Giancarlo, Jazz just said in the clubhouse he could tell you were due for a big night tonight just based on the work that he saw you put in earlier today. Did you feel like you were going to have a big night?
Well, can't put all that work in and having zero results. So I'm just glad I was working on the right things and was able to do something tonight.
What is it about the postseason that brings out the best in you?
I mean, this is what I came here for. So, not always going to be successful here, but you just got to keep working and put yourself in the best opportunity.
Giancarlo, you did go out for early BP today. Why and what were you working on?
Well, I wanted to see the backdrop. I wanted to see how the ball flew a little different way than just RMBP coach pitch. Just wanted to spread the field out, get some work in when it's a little quiet, get nothing but work in and see what I can do.
Boone said earlier you felt like you were going up in that bat against Boone. Damage to hit it. Were you trying to do that, or what was your approach there?
I mean, just hit the ball hard. You can't go up trying to hit a homer, but you put yourself on time and you bat through the zone on time. It's a good shot.
Giancarlo, what were your team?
Probably better than the homer, to be honest. No, that was good. It was an opportunity again that I could take, and I did.
Giancarlo, you obviously have seen Judge do damage throughout his career. Just how confident are you that he'll bounce back and deliver it?
He's definitely going to do damage. It's only a matter of time, and he's had great at bats. So, it'll come when we need him most.
Can you take me through the at bat against Bubic? And if I'm not mistaken, the pitch right before you hit the home run was another slider, but it was a little more toward the middle of the plate. What did you like about the one you ultimately then hit out?
It wasn't a bad pitch, just got under the shape, was on time, and was able to scoop it out.
Just how confident are you guys that you can wrap this up tomorrow with Garrett on the mound?
We need to wrap it up tomorrow. No wiggle room, and we got to get it done.
Giancarlo, do you think about the implication of you're coming up in the 8th inning and it's a tie game and one team is going to be a game away from moving on and one team's going to be a game away from end of their season? Any of it enter your mind coming to an at-bat as important as that at-bat?
1-1's a huge swing game, but in that moment, not really. You come in the game understanding that, and that's as far as I'm concerned, already understood. And then I just got to laser focus on the at bat, and good things will happen from there.
This question has come up from time to time. Focused on Judge. A little bit less on you. Has it benefited you in some way to have as much scrutiny as
there's no benefit to not being successful here. So no matter the case. So it's always my job to put the work in, and there's ups and downs, but we're here now.
Was there a reaction either from the crowd or a teammate after the home run that stands out to you that you feel like you're going to remember?
In those moments, there's, you're kind of blacked out. You got to watch the video and see to take in the moments. But I didn't see directly, to be honest.
Yeah, Giancarlo, do you think the level of playoff experience plays into this elimination game coming up? I mean, the Yankees, do you just feel it's part of the team? You guys are expected to advance through?
Expected and getting it done are different. So we got to go out and execute. Doesn't matter rankings, where we are in the series, expectation, whatever. We got to go out and execute, and it'll take care of itself if we go out and play the way we can.
Jazz got some boos tonight after his comments earlier in the series. What did you think of just the way he responded to the crowd?
Great. I mean, he loves it. He enjoys it. You get the crowd into it, get them distracted on something, and we'll be all right.
What kind of energy has he brought to the clubhouse since he came over?
It's been great. Popping homers left and right, spark plug on the bases, turning singles, walks into doubles, triples. He's been and will continue to be huge for us.
Big transition going from starting last year to now coming in closing an ALDS game. Were you expecting, or can you explain how you've dealt with that transition and the big change in roles?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of layers to it for sure. I think one was acceptance. I think in this game, things don't necessarily go in the way we expect it to, we hope it to. There's some obstacles that come in our way, and you got to be able to adjust and get back up and keep going. And I think it's something I've had to fight hard for, to try to find things to keep me healthy on the field, to reinvent myself in some ways. And by God's grace, I'm out there and I'm in big moments that don't really make sense. I hope to, as a kid, we all do. I sit there and I marvel at it. I soak in the crowd. I feel calm, and next thing I know, there's the third out and the game's over, and it's a blessing. It really is.
What did you think of Volpe's catch?
I think Volpe is one of the more athletic guys I've seen. I think he walks around with some. It's like Reebok pump shoes, I think he's just kind of presets it, gets ready to go. And that ball, I mean, that was a tough inning, right? Because they put some good swings on it, and that would have been trouble right there for sure. But the athleticism shows, like our guys do, and makes a big out, and I'm able to try to get back in there.
And then you guys at the bullpen got 13 outs, but only one by strikeout. What is that?
Yeah, I think it's not always going to be, I guess, dominant, or when you're playing the same team a lot, you're getting a lot of the same hitters. I think hitters, I would assume, the more you see somebody, the easier it could be in some way. You're trying to change up your approaches as a pitcher. You're trying to pitch them differently. But there's some really, really good players that are all over the field, so you just sometimes cross your fingers.
When Giancarlo hits that home run, when you're locked in
Yeah.
mid-game, because you never, obviously, but when he hits the go-ahead.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I was already kind of warming up. I had kind of a situation coming up into that next inning already. When we hit that homer, just basically solidified it. And for me, I felt like I wish I could have cheered more, but I was like in that mindset of, not get too outside of myself. Don't waste energy. Just be focused, because your job's about to be had. And internally, I was celebrating, but it was like a flip of a switch that had already been flipped. So I was ready to go.
Yeah, a couple questions. When Witt gets on first,
Yeah.
knowing he's so fast, were you conscious of him maybe running, and did you expect him to go?
Yeah, I expected it to run. I mean, that's the fastest guy in the big leagues, I believe. Bobby's a great guy. We got to play with him over here for a little bit, and I know what he's trying to do. When he got the single, I was like, all right, it's time to work. It's time to work on two sides of the ball now, especially with Salvi up. It's hard because he is such a hard matchup with his ability to hit everything all over the plate. I mean, he's hitting bad pitches, good pitches, and so to kind of split the attention, for me, it was just a matter of staying calm. It was a matter of thinking, making sure that he was awkward over there, like uncomfortable, changing holds, finding ways to make him feel like he doesn't have it to go. And I think that honestly might be the biggest part for my outing in the game that kept me in my mindset, kept me kind of going and propelling, even though the hit came after. But obviously if he's on second, we're looking at something different. So I was definitely happy by the way he stayed at first base, because he wanted to go. I know he did.
Is that something that you in general or think of yourself as particularly good at or particularly conscious of, is keeping guys on?
It's important. I mean, we do a lot of that stuff in spring training all the way through the season. I've had a starting experience for a lot of years, so there's a lot of people that have come on base. But at the end of the day, you just do the best you think on what they're trying to accomplish, and I think disrupting that is just the biggest key. It's not always comfortable as a pitcher to try to go quick after a hold or to try to hold really long, but you're trying to use that stuff to your advantage in order for them to just get the slightest, to kind of not get the great jump, right? Like try not to get the perfect jump, and that keeps them at first base.
We've asked you a lot about Clay's role and how you two have been involved together, but how do you think the bullpen has rallied around him or reacted to the way that his season has gone and now he's getting outs?
Yeah, I mean, Clay's first and foremost one of the better dudes I've been around. I mean, this guy cares a lot. He has an ability to let things go quicker than most. I mean, definitely better than I do. I think it doesn't mean he doesn't care, but he has an ability to keep him consistent as a human being, come back the next day, and he wants the ball. I don't think there's much of a rally in there. I think it's a situation that's out of our control. It's something that's managed in a certain way. I didn't come in asking to be switched around and stuff, but I'm here with my full self ready to give whatever's needed, and that goes from top to bottom down there. I think Clay would say the same thing. Like, he wants to win. I want to win. And I don't want to put words in his mouth, but there's a confidence that we all believe in each other. We all know the ability's there. And at the end of the day, this guy had a good year. I mean, he really did. I mean, I don't know. It's not even something we even honestly need to talk about. It's just something that happened, based off of a choice. And we rallied around it, like you said, and we're just trying to get outs, and he's doing that right now.
Now that you're the closer for a month or so, what do you make of that position? Because, I mean, you look around this playoffs, and we've already seen Devin Williams, Class A, and Hader, some of the big names, have a tough night, and it really costs their team. Like, do you watch those other guys now that you're a closer, and how do you deal with the tightrope that you got to walk?
I think the biggest thing, and I don't know if it helps me, I feel like it does, that's not the way I view myself. I don't think I'm a closer. I think I'm a guy who is doing that situation, but I feel like at any point can be put in a situation to try to get some outs somewhere else. And I know it's kind of silly, like, I've had a few saves now here and then at the back end of the year, but I think I'm just a man on a mission. Like, I'm determined, I'm focused, and I think that even keeled mindset keeps me calm out there, because it's a pretty big situation. I mean, I've watched a lot of this stuff on TV for a while. I had no postseason experience. So this is all first time for me, new stuff. It doesn't feel any different because I'm trying not to let it be different. I'm trying not to let the big moment at first and third at an opposing ballpark in the ninth inning change me. I'm trying to be like, all right, what do I want to do next? How do I want to go about the next pitch, the next hitter? Does it make sense to do this and that? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to make sure that I'm as calm, and I don't want to give away anything to the opposing team as if they think they got me. I want to actually be out there and almost smile like this opportunity is something that I want to own and I want to enjoy more than anything.